can't read the trademarks in my head. Hate to be that guy, but I'm not that guy anymore. And I made goddamn sure he's dead. And I would dance on his grave, but the music that I play seems to say, take me instead. Oh, I hate sex, I hate drugs, and I hate rock and roll. And my lack of self-control. And I hate sex, I hate drugs, and I hate Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. It's a pleasure to see you all. Listen, folks, I brought a lot of anger to the stage today, and I don't like to do that. I like to try my best to spend some time backstage before each show and just really try to center myself and tell myself, all right, Will, go out there, give it your all, don't let it get to your head. And I always fail that part. But I try really, really, really fucking hard. But there's a lot on my mind right now. A lot of things that just make me so fucking mad, and I don't want to bring that to you. So I have to ask something of you. If there's any chance that any of you freaks in the front row here are going to survive my ire tonight, there is only one way that you will be able to do that. And that is by putting that thing away. It's okay. Can you do that for me? Can you put it away for me? Can you do it? You're free! Folks, they're not paying you! Mark Zuckerberg didn't have you clock in this morning. You don't have to till his fields. You're free! And I'm angry at a lot of things, and it's not just the fact that I'm angry at the ruling class for convincing half of the youth that their psyop is a tool of the counterculture. No. I'm mad at people. I'm mad at the way people fucking work. I'm mad at the fact that throughout my entire youth, from a very, very young age, I was raised somehow, maybe accidentally, I don't know, or maybe it's just some 90s millennial shit, I don't know. But I was raised, maybe unintentionally, maybe intentionally, with this idea in my head that people were generally decent and good. That people mostly, on some level, had each other's best interests in mind. That when push came to shove, we would be helping each other up now and again. And God fucking damn it, I'm sick of being proven wrong. So I'm fucking angry tonight. And this next song is very much about why I think it is that I developed that very misguided and ultimately very disappointing perspective on human nature.
Merry Christmas, howdy neighbor, thank you Jesus. Oh, what is he building in that Lady Lane? A participation trophy wife for one blue-eyed baby. White, hiding higher, the snapper and the bumper that got me good. Camouflage billboards for landline, Brooks Brothers, you elbow the jukebox and sing the gift brother. Read out the starting sizes, read out my concert talk of the town. The word gets around on hit number stations. Here comes radiation, the dark lights, the postman, my old basement, I used to dream of a night at the drive-in. Between blazing trails and slash and burn, going against the grain and catching splinters. You pull out your Rorschach like a paint-by-numbers treasure map. The ink upon your jigsaw piece traces you back to your fingerprints. Well, Lord, he had his lot in life, drove his job, and I guess he'll do and die. The Lord looked down and said, hey, you're only mortal. Give it and take it away till things come out a certain way, and leave you wondering when they might go back to normal. Leave you wondering why they can't have just been normal. chance. Was it when I left the cave and swore I'd never go back and we can see each other? There's no use to hide it. I was shouting, highlighting, why didn't I color black? I'm not a man, I'm not a soul, now a calculator. Damn, I'm so serious, I'm playing. I'm getting busy for a representation. Your love is not your fruition, I'm not scared. I'm like the sunshine, I'm not looking at night. up in the name that I wore last night to the sound of an empty bed, and it's ringing in my ears just like sweet nothings from voices. Where do you get off being so goddamn beautiful? Oh no, don't ask me what I mean. Where do you get off being so goddamn beautiful? Oh no. She's got the touch of an anesthesiologist who's very actor. Because the trouble with the notion that there's something unsaid, but in my head I'm mumbling silly. I wonder how I woke up in the middle of my surgery, and I watched them watch my heart. Only the second thing that ghost truly could have thought is that this won't have to make a thing. Where do you get off being so goddamn beautiful? Oh no, don't ask me what I mean. Where do you get off being so goddamn beautiful? Oh no. Thank you all so much. I never know what to do with all this love, man. All the affection, all of the applause and the praise and all of the... It's just, I don't know what to do with it, man. It's so overwhelming. Like, you know, it's just... Like, I don't deserve it, you know? And... No. Seriously. I'm just like you know?
Yes, you are!
And you really don't fucking deserve it, so... See how I look. Control. would not give up. Villains are everywhere. That's how I know that I'm the hero. So tie me to the train tracks, laugh his tiny, twist your mustache tight. And always better than off. Don't this man enough away. Get up, that best is on your tongue. Darling's in my collar's monologue, and I have swung them with the rhythm in the tweet. This chorus cannot be generated because it violates OpenAI's terms of use policy. I'm the main character, and you have to like me. Give him hell, Mike! Says the royal we demand a standard of loyalty and an agreement to be reverent, lick the emperor's boots. The court fool got the guillotine, the witch is the stake through the dopamine. The semen's name is alcohol, but we all still get none through. We all do what we need to get through. It's nothing new. But I ain't done a fucking thing for you. So nothing is less than ever to be my name. Imagine if their antagonist like Debbie Evil scheme. I'm the gap between a tragedy and comedy. Oh, the refugees like the main character, and you have to know me. So I was originally going to call that tune March of the Gladiators because it evokes the faux heroism of the target of the song, or referring to the classical piece by that name. We all, of course, are familiar with March of the Gladiators. It's that classical piece, and well, don't ruin it for the rest of them. For those of you who aren't familiar with the classical piece, March of the Gladiators, it's that one that goes, yes, circus, afro circus. That song is called March of the Gladiators. It is a tune dedicated passionately and tirelessly to people going off into near certain doom for glory. It's written in the name of heroism, but we all just know it as clown music. And I thought, that's it, that's perfect. That gets right to the heart of the satire I'm trying to construct here. But then I was like, nah, that's too obvious. So I put it out as the main character instead, and all the clowns were like, this rocks, let's go fight some fucking lions. Perhaps I am as pretentious as they say I am. But as I always say, pretentious was a word invented to help stupid people save face. I'm not that clever, folks, okay? If that song went over your head, it's because you saw me throwing something at you. You fucking ducked. Okay, anyway. Where was I? What was the point I was going to make? Oh, the point I was going to make is that, I saw this thing on the internet once where somebody was like, hey, I really appreciate the main character, man. It means a lot to me because it's so cool to see Will Wood openly singing about his struggles with narcissistic personality disorder. I was like, fuck you, man. That is a completely different song. We all know a main character. We all know somebody like that. We all fucking do. And when we play this next song, I want you to get very clearly in your mind the face of that main character in your life. And I want you to think very deeply, and I want you to relish the imagination of, as we play this next tune, the absolute fucking beating that they deserve. to replace yourself, you're trying to replace yourself. You're trying to replace yourself, you're trying to replace yourself. You're trying to replace yourself, you're trying to replace yourself. Vanilla fact from a knocking in, backspace, sucking up, it's gonna take levitating off the ground. It's all in the way when your face. The other folks' identities are enemies, are enemies to mitigate your memories, shattered at what they found. But it's you doing the things. You look to your biography, of my out of it, and that's not it. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? If my out of it, never take me alive, never take me alive. You never take walkie-talkie static, white noise telepath. Can you read between the Morse code line? Dead on the neck of but living just enough to beg you, pretty boy, please let me die. I can drink your blood if you let me, baby. Drain you of your love until you hate me. I can take your life if you're done with it, sweetheart. You still picking at that only ain't your good parts. Hey, whatever works, I'm a cheap dick. Falling off the bone, I'm awful blackly magically. Only ever notice what's in front of us. Right over my shoulder, breathing down my neck. Are we on the same page yet? Come on, don't you get it? What the heck? I could drink your blood if you let me, baby. Drain you of your love until you hate me. This next song is something of a love song. So, folks, I want you to turn to the person you brought with you tonight. I want you to look deep into their eyes. And I want you to ask them, are you fucking sorry? I don't know your mind. I don't know your mind. But you should know that I'm sorry for being careless with you. Lord knows I love you more than I'm pretty sure I ever could give anybody. But I
Speaking of being a good person, It's a thought that I want to share with you guys that is very much not angry, but I think to a certain extent it came originally from anger. So the thing about anger is that the whole emotion exists solely for the purpose of its own resolution. You don't get angry for any reason other than to fucking solve the thing that's making you angry. And so maybe after enough years of just being angry at things, I started to think a little bit differently. It's always hard to figure out exactly how to put it, but in this fucked up time period that we're living in, this infinitely fucking self-conscious world that we're living in, this constantly pressurized, constantly examined, watched, excessively exposed and vulnerable time period that we're living in, where we are forced to just take on layer after layer after layer of self. We have our identities, we have our personas, we have our aesthetics, we have our presentations, we have our reputations. It's like we are just taking on layer after layer after layer after layer until we fucking disappear because the rest of the world won't stop fucking looking at us. In this kind of world where we are far, far too exposed and scared like this, we can't function the way that we have been learning to function over the past years. We cannot exist in this fucking... Man, all we can do is fucking... Nobody is ever made a better person by making their life worse. Nobody is ever saved by banishing them. Nobody is ever improved by fucking torture, and we can't live in that way. All we can do is try to love each other, especially those who are the hardest to love. And I know that... And I haven't been perfect in that regard. I've made a lot of fucking mistakes in that regard, and in a million fucking other regards. I've been a fucking mess for the vast majority of my life, and you know what? I was a mess today, too.
Me too.
But the point that I guess I'm trying to make is that to the biggest piece of shit, to the most irredeemable, confused, warped, fucked up guy in the room, I see you and I believe in you. It's the things that make us spooky and scary deep down that also are what make us the shape that we are, that keep us upright and that stop us from being a puddle on the floor taking on the shape whatever contains us. We need, I think, now more than ever to learn to love one another, not just despite those scary parts of ourselves, but for them. And so I would like to wish you all a very, very happy Skeleton Appreciation.
Forgets to let herself and let us
am on this fucking stage talking about fucking compassion and forgiveness for those of us who don't quite work just right, for the disturbed or what have you. I'm standing here going like, oh, to the most fucked up person in the room, I believe in you. At the same time, the rest of me starts going like, do you fucking actually? Or are you just as fucking scared of the fuckers around you as the rest of us? Are you just as scared of the weirdos and the freaks? Are you just your own type of weirdo and freak? Or do you just want to be forgiven for your own misgivings? Doesn't it just fucking suit you, William? Doesn't it just fucking suit you, William? To fucking be, oh yeah, love one another despite each other, no, for each other's flaws. Real convenient for such a big piece of fucking shit. The free market of ideas is not free. It's a corporate oligarchy, and at its best moments is nothing more than a series of mutually exclusive and therefore competing coping mechanisms vying for cultural dominance to serve the needs, the fragilities, and the sensitivities of the individuals espousing those ideas. And the point that I'm making is that ideas don't spread because they're good, they spread because people fucking like them. And I can fucking prove it.
not to worry. It's perfectly natural to be a little bit nervous when doing something like this for the first time. So what's bothering you? Well, why not start at the beginning? Growing up, how was your relationship with photographs for cause you distance? Did you have feeling or insidious filling down the outer center of your blooming instrumental broadhead? And what about glossy by the technical plastic casket clothes and other microphones? Did you know all of eating numerous kilograms to protect your eyes from Interesting. Now, tell me about your nerve to steal from under Boston's bloody nose, and the idiot headless tie-dye you, your ears pierced with a Phineas Gage flag. Told you to die before your day. Well, Thursday traction, Tuesday titration. See, my hope is to assess through my objective report of your subjective conjecture whether or not this proprietary blend of expertise and seasoning works as well as this transorbital iceberg. Intellistic ballistics, you got a better idea? Well, it's about the best we can come up with. What? Do you think ideas spread because they're good? You heard him. What are you gonna do? You don't have much else in the way of options, do you? No, I don't think that you do. I don't think that you do. So what else are you gonna do, you know? Just keep taking on another layer. Just keep taking on another layer. Just keep building and building and building as we descend the other side of the parabola that we call the postmodern era until we slip peacefully into the Elysium on the other side of the x-axis. Here we are once again, holding, as it were, a mirror up to your mirror.
Guys are sleeping? When I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling trouble, when I'm feeling confused, when I don't know where I stand, I don't know what I think, I don't know how I feel, whenever I'm scared or it's 2025, there's one thing that I like to keep in mind. And if I just tell you what it is, it's gonna not make too much sense. So I think that we'll have to just sing it for you instead.
One day you'll look up at the ceiling above. If you're lucky, you'll be surrounded by the ones that you love. When the lights in your eyes fade and life flashes by, one day you're going to die. One day you'll sleep and you'll never wake again.
Mario Conti on the drums, everyone. DJ Scott on the bass. Andy Berger on the saxophone. On the top. Before we play this next song, I want to tell you about something. The last tour I did, my crew and I, we were staying in South Carolina, and at the hotel we were staying at, next door there was this construction site at which dozens of cats had been abandoned and had formed a stray colony. And much to my tour manager's chagrin, my girlfriend, she took one of the cats and snuck it back to New Jersey. So, with winter coming quite soon, we heard, in addition to that concern, that the construction site that the cats had been living at was set to be bulldozed. And so my girlfriend Chris and I, we decided to drive back down to South Carolina. And now I have way too many cats. And I bring this up to mention this because we are looking for homes for 3 more of these. We're looking for someone with some experience, preferably somebody with some experience with strays. While they are friendly, they still do need a little bit of time to kind of adjust. So if you have some experience with strays or some experience with a lot of cats, for instance, and you want to take on 2 or 3, you can visit my girlfriend at the merch table after the show. She's got cards where you can get all the information needed about adoptions. So yeah, just to let you know, somebody please take cats. This song's called Satirical.
Fertilized with ashes of sparrows, pepper moths
saxophone and keyboards. That you're not meant to notice. Beiges and browns, off-whites and gray scales, fluorescent lights to shine on the eggshell ground. Now your line fades down, you blend into the background of white noise. Fill the halls with tunes you can't get into your head. For annoying, for annoying, and that sort of sounds like a retro top 40, but wrong. You're not meant to sing along. It isn't that kind of song. It's white noise. But if you listen closely, I swear to God, I swear, you can hear the ocean if you hold it up to your ear. White noise, listen close between your wings. White noise, hear the ocean through your neck. White noise, listen close between your wings. White noise. I want to thank you all once again for coming out tonight. It has been such an absolute honor to perform for you tonight. It's high fidelity, lossless quality. It's MP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 FNAC. It's polyphonic, the new philharmonic with a Juilliard doctorate. Live from the Metropolitan. It's theoretically dense, it's impressive. It's microtonal and challenges Western notions of art. It's post-avant-garde. It's going places because it comes from the heart. And its personality's a lack of identity. It makes no statement but does so quite loudly. It's an aesthetic, an anesthetic. And it's an experience for your seventh sense. Yes, does it cure cancer? Yes, it cures cancer! Wow. It begs the question just to tell you the answer. Do you believe in the power of silence? Well, if you walk the walk, can you talk more? White noise, listen close between the waves. White noise, hear the ocean through your wake. White noise, listen close between the waves. White noise. With thoughts you find you can't even feel. Try to make room in your skull, but it's full of them. All of the things that you think and then think about thinking. I know it's hard, but they're not who you are. They're white noise. Have a good night, thank you.
to be happy